Hmm. Okay, Big Brother Canada 6. Not really a fan of this season, even though, not too much bad stuff happened. It was more that I just didn't click with this cast, but I don't really think they did anything that rubbed me the wrong way, like the Big Brother Canada 4 cast in hindsight. I might not have, said that in that particular video, but in hindsight, that cast just, because, like, when I watched Big Brother Canada 5, those returning vets, I wanted them gone real quick, and thankfully that did happen. But anyway, just, this cast I just didn't click with, even though I don't really think that much happened that rubbed me the wrong way, because tons of people went in there to play the game, and most of them did their parts. You know, I think it was just, um, the fact that people started off as having potential to do stuff, then they make a move, and then all of a sudden they just get cut out of the show, kind of a little bit like the Survivor 34 edit. It's not exact, but I'm having trouble coming up with an example that's kind of similar to how I don't feel the greatest about these people. That sort of thing. And then also all of Arissa's comments at the beginning of the show, heaven versus hell, and the whole time I'm listening to her do all that, I'm like, 50 cents, you're not even going to mention this theme again after week 2. It wasn't. Seriously, you're making a big deal about nothing, and then you're also shafting something that is a big deal, like have-nots. Like, Big Brother US has been gradually showing less and less and less of the have-nots, because, like, Big Brother 19, for example, they actually had have-nots for, like, 6 weeks of the show, but it was only for the first week that they even talked about it. Just really... I mean, like, this season did talk about it more, but they didn't really give it too much attention. I can tell that this show is starting to follow Big Brother US's trend with gradually making the twist mean nothing despite them still having it. Just, if you're going to go through putting them through all of that, actually give it some time in the final edit, Just, yeah. Because not every Big Brother fan, watches the show as it airs, because me, I've only ever watched Big Brother in binge-watching bits after the show is finished, and I wouldn't be too surprised if that honestly continues. So, Okay. So let's talk about the twists that we're doing with this season before I start delving into the cast proper. So, first of all, the twist of bringing in Marin and Veronica after the first round of the game, I'm not that bothered by that, because it was only 1 week in, and also they would have had to survive a dozen rounds at least to get to the end, so I'll forgive that. And other seasons of Big Brother have been known to do this, albeit on those, that's when it's a public elimination vote kind of thing, right? So that wasn't a big deal. And then they did the triple eviction again. I really wish that they would just stop this twist, because, like, thankfully they stopped the insta eviction twist, but then they replaced it with triple, just like, if you don't have enough time, to vote everyone out in their own week, just do more double evictions. Really, it's not that difficult, or even better, don't put in so many people at the start of the season. It's really not that complicated, Like, there's a reason Survivor started doing 18 people more often, and so they didn't have to do the double tribals. Right. So, I wish that they would stop this twist, and it really doesn't have that much to do with the fact that doing these triple evictions, somebody that I like always ends up being in danger, okay? It just... because the elimination mechanism is different, and I just don't like stuff like that. Just put them in the house and have them honestly play the game, and then you've got the twist where Canada was actually able to veto one of the nominations in the House and save Ryan. Now, I'm annoyed that this twist existed, but here's the thing. The after effects of it really weren't that bad, because all it really did was take Ryan off the block and put Erica, who was gradually getting herself more and more in hot water, up, and then she left. So ultimately, all it really did was rearrange the pecking order of things, but still, though, this twist should not have happened, even though, thankfully, they did include an option where Canada could not have intervened, but still, they chose to intervene. Just. Is it really so hard to just put people in a house and let them play? Come on. I just don't understand that. So getting into the cast proper, there really wasn't anyone that I disliked, minus I think that woman that left in the first week. I mean, like, what's his face? Andrew, yeah. Andrew did a couple of things that annoyed me along with Hamza, but it really wasn't that big a deal, to be honest. And, like, over the course of the season of reality shows, pretty much everybody on the show that I like or don't like will do something that is arrogant, annoying, ooh, kind of a thing, but as I said, there really wasn't that much that set me off in this cast. I just did not get infused about them, albeit this was the 4th season of Big Brother that I'd watched back to back to back, so I could have just simply been tired of watching Big Brother, okay? Because between this and the other 3, I'd watched over 100 episodes. That's a lot of episodes of Big Brother, people. So that might have had something partial to do it, but yeah, didn't click with them, didn't root for people that much. I was sorry to see Hamza, Erica, Ryan, Johnny go for entirely different reasons, but even then, I wasn't really rooting for them that much, to be honest. And even then, it goes for the argument of not really doing anything at the start, then they'd start their plans in motion, and then, pew, they get cut, and then the people that are less talked about just, keep sticking around, even though ironically by the time it was down to Dayla and Will, Maddie, and Perez, I actually found myself rooting for those 3 because I never really ended up liking Derek and Keisha, although it was really only Derek that I found myself not liking, and really I think the only reason I did was because he kept bringing up the idea, no, I've never watched a season of this show, I'm just playing this game like this, Nothing really bad about that, just as the show went on, something in my mind kept telling me, don't win, Derek, that kind of a thing. And there was a part of it that kept getting annoyed that Kayla kept bringing him along for the ride. Now, there was, of course, the argument that she needed him to get further in the game, but at the same time, if you're only making moves as a couple, it kind of hurts your reputation a little bit. It's not like Rob and Amber, where you got the idea that they would stay together after the show, so it ultimately didn't really matter which one of them got the victory. This is totally different. Yeah. And then once it got down to that final 5, I don't know why, but I began to actually support Perez winning the game, and I don't really know why. I guess it was just the fact that Johnny pointed out, that she had gone so long without being nominated, and the fact that actually she knows how to talk to people, just people aren't doing the kind of thing that she liked, although then again, I could be confusing her with like Alejandra or one of the other brunettes, because like this season had so many girls look alike, it was crazy. I don't know what the deal is. Right. And then you've got the comment from Will just going, well, it's not like I can just throw my game away, and then he hops off the thing. Just what an idiot. What an idiot. Right. So it looked like that Dayla was going to triumph, and I was kind of annoyed by that, but then Perez somehow manages to pull those competition wins out of her butt, and then, last to the end, it gets rid of Derek, and I was pretty happy that she did, because between her and Kayla, I honestly was okay with either one of them winning for different reasons, but those jury speeches, that is the most pathetic jury argument ever. That wasn't, oh, this is why I should win, this is why she shouldn't win. It was, oh, yeah, I did this, and I showed you exactly what I'm good at. Just shut up, both of you. Oh. Huh? The only reason it's not even more of a mockery than it was is because everyone on that jury pretty much knew who they were going to vote for the moment Derek walked out of that alcove. Just ridiculous. But I did think, based on that jury there, that Perez probably was a little more likely to win, and then she ended up winning, which I was thankful of. Kind of meh overall, but it did give the finale of the season a bit of a pro, because those competitions were intense, because I was rooting for one of the girls to win that, so Derek would get de-elevated and one of them would probably beat him, although I actually would not be too surprised if, had it been a Derek vs. Kayla final two, that Derek would have won. It wouldn't surprise me. And I was also glad that they didn't bring back any house guests this season, because, as I've said before, that twist really needs to be put to rest for a long time. Alright. Now, I need to address something before I end this thing. I definitely am probably going to be getting a lot of comments from people saying, hey, why the heck are you supporting Perez to win this game when you review Big Brother 4, you were constantly complaining about June and Allison and the fact that they were just floaters throughout the entire game, and if you do the parallels, but you realize that Perez is like June and that Kayla is like Allison. The jury here was clearly bitter, trying to smite the player who was actually doing more in the game and just voted for the person that didn't piss them off as much. How on earth can you say that it was bad in Big Brother 4 and yet you say that it's perfectly fine here? You're totally being hypocritical, mate. Well, here's my response to you guys. You guys are absolutely correct! I bet you didn't see that coming! You're totally right that I'm being hypocritical about this. The first time I saw a comment about that underneath a video that was showing Perez winning the game, and I was like, holy crap, they're right! But there you go, people, you got me. I can't defend myself here because you're right. So, there you go. That's really all I can say on the subject. It's nothing more to say about it. So, where does this season rank in terms of Big Brother Canada seasons? I kind of hate to do this, not for the reasons that you think. I'm going to rank this as the 4th best season. Now, I'm sure you can guess as to why I rank this above Big Brother Canada 4, because the cast didn't rub me in as much as the wrong way, and the twists weren't all that effective, because even though I mentioned that Season 4's twist wasn't that altering, this season's twist still altered it less than 4, but you're like, why are you putting this above 3, which is now my least favorite season of Big Brother Canada? Well, it's because of the twists there. They really altered the course of the game and gave Brittany and Sarah a much better chance of winning the game, because, like, had they honestly managed to destabilize Zach's alliance and get rid of Bruno along the way, who did vote for them on 1 or 2 occasions, I would have felt more for them. But yeah, those twists, they really altered the flow of the season, and I do hate to say that, because that cast of Big Brother Canada 3 was awesome. Super fans of the show, really willing to go at it, but I just can't support that, you know? So that's why I kind of hate for this to be the 4th season, because by all rights I should be ranking Season 3 higher, but there you go. Later.